Hello lads, lassies, and those of unspecified gender. It's the Irishman here, and today I'm going to be talking about what would have happened if Goku married Bulma. This is the 5th part to this what if, and if you have not already seen the other 4 parts, I would greatly recommend you go check those videos out before coming back to this one. I had originally intended to upload this video at 6 PM Eastern Central Time on June 27th. Although, due to some technical difficulties, otherwise known as me being a complete idiot times, I deleted the entire file, therefore losing all of my progress at the push of a button. This not only devastated my ego, but also made me want to dropkick a small orphan child. But resisting the urges, at least for now, we'll probably be doing that later. Let's get into the story of this what if. Around 8 years have passed since the defeat of Frieza, as well as Gohan's first fight with Beerus. Ever since that point, Gohan and Goku have been training together on Beerus' planet under Whis, although Goku has had some more time training under Beerus specifically, as the Cat God wants to see how far he can push Goku into the realm of the Destroyer. And although Goku doesn't exactly appeal to the idea of becoming a Destroyer God himself, learning the powers of a God of Destruction could be rather interesting. Gohan already has this Ultra Instinct thing going for him, so why doesn't Goku just embrace the opposite, learning the abilities of a Destroyer, paving his own path? Plus, he could use these abilities and make them something of his own, using them to protect those in need. Beerus is a bit shocked by this, using the powers of destruction to defend. It's definitely new, but it's pretty interesting. However, Gohan will be going down a more angelic path, training under Whis to utilize Ultra Instinct, and he's actually able to do it pretty dang well. Seeing as Gohan is a fast learner and has the mindset for it, I feel like after just a year, he'd be able to utilize Ultra Instinct Omen basically at will, as well as mastering it relatively easily. Now, I'm not saying he'd get Master Ultra Instinct or True Ultra Instinct like we see with Goku, but that's only because he'd be focusing on other things as well. If he really put his mind to it, I feel like he'd have even better mastery over the form than even Goku in the current manga. The reason for this being, like I said, his mindset, as well as the fact that his hybrid potential allows him to grow in terms of power far quicker than mostly anybody. This is with the obvious exception of Frieza, but we all know his potential is just, well, basically on crack. With all this in mind, Gohan, under the tutelage of Whis, would basically be able to accomplish anything he sets his mind to. And after a long and arduous 8 years of training with his father, they'd both be able to unlock pretty incredible power. 8 years is no joke, seeing as both Goku and Vegeta only trained under Beerus and Whis, well, mostly Beerus, for a few years before the Tournament of Power even happened, and most of that time wasn't spent actually training with them as they had other family responsibilities. Yeah, sure, Goku and Gohan still have those, but not nearly as much. Gohan would be tutored by some of the most intelligent minds on the planet, so he basically has a college education by the time he's 10, so he'd never go to Orange Star High School, meaning he would probably never meet Videl, so he never falls in love and never has Pan. Granted, I could just shoehorn in some random girl to fit as Videl, but that just doesn't feel right. And as for Goku, he's basically in Vegeta's role here. As long as he's home from time to time to give Bulma whatever she wants in terms of a husband, Goku doesn't really have to be home all that often. Which is a total shame, as the moments that he would be on Earth would be absolutely adorable between him and Bulma, but yeah, really he can spend as much time off planet as he wants. Seeing as this is Goku, he would be training constantly. Not to say he's neglecting his wife or his family, but this is the same guy who went off for like 5 years with Oob, who he barely even knew, and didn't even visit his family like once, so yeah, he's kind of neglecting his family here, which, again, sucks. But he'd be getting really frickin' strong. Bulma's never relied on anybody for anything. This is true with Vegeta, so it would be true for Goku too. And if she ever wants Goku back home, she just has to snap her fingers, and one way or another, she'll be able to get him back to Earth lickety-split. Don't you worry. But as nice as it is to talk about family stuff in Dragon Ball, if you've seen the last part, you know there's a new threat on the horizon. And he's out for Beerus's blood. Well, more so his energy, but his blood will work too. One day, much like many others, Goku and Gohan would be training on Beerus's planet. Goku using his newfound Hakaioshin form, while Gohan is utilizing Ultra Instinct to the mastered degree. They are both able to achieve these powers somewhere during the midpoint of this 8-year training period, and honestly, by this time, they're not really sure if any new threats will come, or at least any that will actually present a challenge. Both Goku and Gohan have higher forms than the ones they're using now. Although, just utilizing the power they're showing off at this very moment, they are still far stronger than Goku or Vegeta from the current manga, so much so it's barely even comparable. Although, much to their shock, far in the distance on the planet, they would sense a high power racing towards them. So high in fact, it actually startles them. Although maybe, just maybe, this could be the challenge they've been waiting for.
Why, hello, Goku. Gohan. Nice to meet you again. My name is Perfect Cell. I'm here to talk to your master.
Huh, someone's actually looking for Beerus. That's a nice change of pace. Usually it's the other way around. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but right now he's sleeping, so...
Shut your filthy mouth, son of Son Goku. I will get what I came here for, one way or another.
Cell would then send a powerful attack at the tree that Beerus was sleeping in, and then, having many other explosions follow this as a domino effect, Beerus would awaken. Looking outside of the hole Cell carved in his tree, the cat god is more than annoyed. He would rush at the intruder asking what he's doing on his planet. Although Cell would respond by saying,
Beerus the Destroyer. Finally. Oh, how I've longed for this day. Your power will be mine, and I will be perfect. Well, that solves that. Saiyans, if any more weaklings come to threaten me, or any of us, please just dispatch of them yourselves. You're far stronger than I was a few years ago, and even I probably could have taken him on then, let alone now. All that to say, next time, don't just stand around talking. Take him out. He wasn't even that strong anyway. I'm going back to sleep.
Now, you, my dear viewer, might be sitting there thinking, what just happened? Did Beerus just take out Cell? Did the entire arc just get ruined? Well, yes, and no, I'm not going to play any perfect Cell comes back and takes out one of the main character things like with Trunks. Instead, Cell is just gone, and trust me, I have reasoning to back this up. Cell was incredibly powerful. He had the DNA of both Goku, Gohan, Beerus, and really any other fighters that had appeared in this series or in the original series up to this point, aside from the likes of Golden Frieza. So, really, why did Cell get taken out so easily? Well, it's pretty simple. Cell would not have the DNA of Beerus, Goku, or Gohan at their strongest since about, 6 or 7 years ago. During that time, they have been getting much stronger, and only really ever using their full power on Beerus' planet. So now, having gotten to the point where they have long since surpassed even Beerus himself back then, well, Cell didn't really stand a chance. Now, you might expect me to end the story here. I could cover things like the Universe 6 vs 7 tournament, but it'd be rather boring, as Gohan or Goku would just sweep the entire Universe 6 team. The same goes for the Goku Black arc. It probably wouldn't happen, and if it did, it would probably just go the same as it did originally, seeing as Zamasu would just get as strong as whoever he takes the body of. And with the Tournament of Power, well, that would be laughably easy for Universe 7. So there's not much more to go over. Or is there? See, at the beginning of this video, I set an 8-year time skip. 8 years. 8 years. 8 years of training. Now, what was this meant to accomplish? Yeah, sure, it brought us into the time where Cell would attack and give us a reasonable explanation for how he would actually be fully grown with the God Key inside of him, and it would also give us a reason to say he'd be able to get 17 and 18 because Babidi could revive them. That's all well and good, but why that extra year? I could just use 7 years instead, bringing us into the normal Buu Saga time. Well, the reason for 8 is because, since Cell would be such an easy obstacle to get around, we would then be smack dab on Battle of Gods, wherein Bulma's birthday is taking place. See, I haven't spent a lot of time talking about the family side of this What If, which feels like a bit of a shame, seeing as with What If Goku married Android 18, I spent a lot of time talking about the family dynamic. So I feel like I should have done the same sort of thing here, although I didn't really feel like it was necessary. Given Bulma's personality, I don't think it'd be super family focused. I think we would probably get the same sort of almost hands-off approach and fatherhood that Vegeta had. Granted, Goku would probably care about his kids more than Vegeta did, at least at first, but it still seems wrong not to have at least a touching ending to this story. So, let me set the scene. It's a fun and jubilant night at the Briefs family residence. Everyone is having a good time, sipping delicious drinks, eating fabulous food. Everyone there is having the time of their lives, and nothing could ever ruin this night. And nothing will. And as Beerus looks at Goku for one more rematch just to end the night off with a bang, Goku would look to his wife, look to his son, look to his other son, who I have not covered all in this What If, and to all of his friends, and then back at Bulma, and say no. Maybe tomorrow, but no. Tonight's about family, so maybe another time. And Beerus is a bit shocked by this, and Bulma is definitely taken aback. She's generally surprised her husband actually denied a fight for her. It's touching, but she would look to Goku and say, "That's really sweet, but don't stop the fun on my account. Go up there and give everyone here the best fireworks show that they have ever seen. Go light up the night sky like you always do and make your wife proud." Then, as Goku wraps her up in his embrace, he would let her go, powering up into his Akaishin form. As Beerus does the same, the two would rush up into the sky and begin clashing blows harder than the two have ever done before. And then, eagerly looking to his mother for approval, Bulma would wave him off, and Gohan would transform into his Master Ultra Instinct, as well as activating Super Saiyan Rage on top. Then, rushing at Whis, the two would begin trading blows as well. Gohan, a mortal who has actually managed to reach the level of the angels. Truly, a sight for the ages. But back down on Earth, Trunks is feeling rather left out. His father, his brother, they've gotten so strong. How could he ever reach the same level? Although the Supreme Kai would approach him, saying that maybe he could show him the ropes. Get him some training that not even the two of them have had. Yeah, it won't be a super easy shortcut or anything, but it'll at least be a start. Maybe Trunks could even pull out the Z-Sword, get some pretty good training in with that. But no matter what route Trunks chooses to go down, he will always have his family's love and support with him throughout the entire journey. But no matter what bullet is shot at the group, they'll be able to dodge it. Whatever hurdle is thrown in the family's way, they'll get over it. That's the way Dragon Ball works, and that's the way this story ends. And that is where we'll be closing the book on this story. I hope you all enjoyed watching this, as I certainly enjoyed making it, and if you could please like the video, subscribe to the page, and hit the notification bell, that way you're notified whenever I release any new videos. If you haven't already, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you all so very much for watching. This is, always has been, and always will be the Irishman. Talk to you later. Bye.